So with this new Overwatch season dropping and Lifeweaver Mythic dropping, I wanted to make a video to talk about this character and his design. I've always wanted to make a video about Lifeweaver, but it's never really been a priority. It's just been, yeah, you know, one day I'll make a Lifeweaver video, but I've had enough. I cannot deal with this character anymore, and I just need to rant about him. Lifeweaver is possibly one of the absolute worst designed characters in this entire game. Not broken, that's not his problem. He's just bad. This character is horrible in every way. He's both horrible to play against and horrible to have on your team. And I'm just gonna rant for a while on why I think this character should be removed from the game and why his players should be terminated. So why do I want to neutralize all Lifeweaver players? Well, the problem is, number one, they're one tricks. Let me just start with saying this. My avoid list is Lifeweaver players. My avoid list is literally just 99% Lifeweaver players. I promise you, it is Lifeweaver players. And the reason for this is because if you get a Lifeweaver one trick on your team, you're probably losing. Truth about this game is that a Lifeweaver one trick is almost a guaranteed loss if the enemy team has brain cells. You're just cooked. Because the enemy team has 2 supports and you have 1 support and an Alari pylon. There's nothing more to it. Every single time I get a Lifeweaver player, like someone who has hundreds of hours on Lifeweaver, I avoid them. And it's not because I don't like Lifeweaver players or something, it's that I don't like Lifeweaver players. Having a Lifeweaver on your team can be the most frustrating experience in the game because for Lifeweaver, there's one viable playstyle, and that's Healbotting. If you don't Healbot on Lifeweaver, everyone's gonna die. You're just not gonna keep anyone alive, you're not gonna save anyone. While Lifeweaver's damage is really good, it's just not viable to stop healing, start dealing damage, and then start back healing again. By the time you blink, your teammates are half health or dead. Lifeweaver's gotten a lot of buffs, a lot of quality of life changes that have made him better and smoother and less clunky. Even in those changes, he is still a bad character. And Lifeweaver players will do the most to defend him. Like, you will see that Lifeweaver players will say, well, he was played in Overwatch League or OWCS once or twice on 1 or 2 maps or whatever. Like, yes, he might have been played once or twice for the first time since release, but I'm just gonna put this out there right now and say this. Most Lifeweaver players are not good enough to play him because most Lifeweaver players aren't good at the game. So most Lifeweaver players can't do what they're doing. A lot of Lifeweaver players play him because he's an easy brain dead heal bot that doesn't take any skill at all. It's not that a Lifeweaver is a guaranteed loss, it's that a Lifeweaver makes the game significantly harder to win. So I'm gonna explain some of my issues with Lifeweaver, like the problems with his design and with him as a character, playing against him and with him. I'm gonna start with playing with him. Having a Lifeweaver on the team, there are a lot of issues. Number one, he doesn't fit into really any comp except for poke. Lifeweaver is meant to just sit in the back line, press the heal button, pull teammates when they get too low. There's nothing really more in this character. Besides his platform, Lifeweaver doesn't really have any utility. All he has is his pull, which is one of the worst support utils in the game because it's just not good. In any situation where you would pull, Suzu would be better. Most situations where you would pull, Lamp would be better. Most situations where you would pull, Suzu is better than pull by miles. Everything that pull does, other support abilities do better. The main problem with pull is the fact that while yes, you can save a teammate, it displaces them. It causes them to give up space. It causes them to lose their position. Where something like Suzu, it just completely saves them and lets them keep their position and lets the fight continue. Again, this is the reason why Lifeweaver is only good in poke, because in dive or brawl, if you're up exactly where you need to be and you need a Suzu, instead you get pulled out of your position, it can give the enemy team the space that they need to win the fight. So again, Lifeweaver only fits in poke, and the issue with Lifeweaver players is they force him in brawl and dive, and then they wonder why they're not winning. Then they wonder why the enemy team is winning fights. My next issue with Lifeweaver, Healbotting. I think I said this earlier in the video, Lifeweaver is only good for Healbotting. This is only viable playstyle. Most Lifeweaver players are able to just survive a lot because Lifeweaver's cooldown cycle is really annoying. He's got a platform that he puts on the ground that recharges while it's on the ground. So he uses his platform. If you are able to shoot the platform out or you climb up to where he is, let's say you're playing Genji or Hanzo or something, you climb up to where he is, he drops down, he uses his dash, which heals him. He drops another platform. By the time that platform's all the way up, he waits 2 more seconds, he has a dash again. It's just ridiculous. He has no survivability, but at the same time, he can draw out fights with you for a long time. This is the next issue with Lifeweaver, those two combined, the fact that he's not really high survivability. He doesn't really have good survivability. He just draws out a fight because once again, once he uses his platform, uses his dash, uses his other platform, any good player can catch up to him in time. You just literally just time your engagement right and he's free. Especially because of his hitbox, which is massive. He doesn't have any real self-sustain except for his dash. The only time it's really a struggle to kill a Lifeweaver is when he's in his tree and you're like directly engaging with his tree up where he has all the health from the tree and he has all of his abilities, he has his dash. You're not gonna be able to kill him there. He's tanky there. I agree with that. But besides that, he's easy. He's an easy target. He's one of the weakest characters in the support role and he has none of the survivability or self-sustain that the other support characters have. Lifeweaver's tree is the next thing I want to talk about. This is a bottom 5 support ult. Lifeweaver players will swear up and down that this is a good ult, but the truth is this ult is just ass. It's only going to save you from a few things, and it can help win a fight, sure, but the truth is a good team can beat this ult easily, and most ults counter this ult just by simply existing. Not only can this ult be destroyed very easily, and it usually is destroyed very quickly and easily, it's just not a good ult. It's not going to save you from a fair ult, it's not going to save you from a queen ult, it's not going to save you from most of the ults. It's not going to. It's just not a good ult. It's just not good enough. It's a minor annoyance. If everyone focuses the tree, it's down in 2 seconds. If everyone ignores the tree and focuses the enemies or targets one specific person, they're down in 2 seconds. It's not a good ult. And again, the problem with Lifeweaver is that everything in his kit is outclassed by other supports. Why would you want a tree when you can have an orbit? And they just buffed Juno so she gets orbit faster. Why would you want a tree when you can have even Zenel? Why would you want a tree when you can have Lucio beat? Every other support ult except for maybe Valk is better than Lifeweaver's. Lifeweaver is a useless character. Lifeweaver players have convinced themselves that this character is actually good, will force this character into every team comp, every situation, every map when they need to swap. The amount of games I've lost because a Lifeweaver one trick is on my team, I can't even count. That's why I just avoid all Lifeweaver mains, all Lifeweaver one tricks. If you have higher than 100 hours on Lifeweaver, you're going on my avoid list. If I see that Lifeweaver is in your most played heroes, you're getting avoided by me. And that's just because I'd rather have someone who isn't going to play a sentient Alari pylon, who isn't going to do terrible pulls that can mess up the fight. The amount of times when I've had games ruined because a Lifeweaver pulled the wrong person, or pulled the right person at the wrong time, or pulled the wrong person at the wrong time, or pulled the right person at the right time, and it just gave the enemy team the space that they needed to win the fight. It's just too many to count. None of his abilities are good. All of his abilities are cheap copies of other abilities, and they just do it worse. Any ability in Lifeweaver's kit, you would rather take another character's ability. His movement, Kyrie's is better. Baps is better. Even his vertical movement, Baptiste is better in every single area. Why would you ever want a tree when you can have an orbit, you can have a fox? There's no point. So yeah, that's basically the entire point of this rant. There's more Lifeweaver players now than ever because this trash-ass mythic skin, which by the way, his mythic is ass. That's just my opinion. I don't like this at all. And yeah, my avoid list is going to be full for the entire season. I just want you guys to try this. In your next ranked games, try this method. Avoid Lifeweaver players. If you get a Lifeweaver one trick on your team, avoid them. If you see a Lifeweaver one trick on the enemy team, avoid them. And just see how many more games you'll win when you're not matched with these ELO terrorists. Yeah, Lifeweaver is the ELO terrorist of Overwatch. He's the Jeff Ultron of Overwatch. I don't think that Lifeweaver should be buffed. I think they need to stop buffing him, actually. He keeps getting buffed. Every other update, he's getting slight buffs, little buffs, and they add up, and all they do is make him more of an annoyance. They don't actually make him really good. He's not broken, he's not meta, he's not strong in any way. He just gets annoying. He just gets more and more annoying. The more they buff his healing, the more of a heal bot he becomes. That's basically the whole video. Yeah. By the way, I did not forget about streaming. That is still this month. Stay tuned. Very soon. And yeah, thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys think about Lifeweaver in the comments. If you think he should be buffed, nerfed, whatever. Personally, I think he should just be deleted from the game and we just get a different character to replace him. But since that's never happening, my next best guess is, hey, Lifeweaver players, please quit the game. I don't know. I don't know. I'm avoiding all Lifeweaver remains. It's better for your mental health.